Hello, my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well. It's really good to have you here, and just sending loads of love to you for being here. I really appreciate your presence. So today we'll be looking at an interesting topic. What do others think of you? I've got 4 piles this time. I was guided to do 4. So I've got 4 piles, 4 crystals. I've got pile 1, which is this pink Tourmaline. Pile 2, which is this Ulexite. Pile 3, which is this gorgeous Menalite. And pile 4 is this rainbow citrine. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Please do remember that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, discard the rest. And yeah, if you'd be interested in anything deeper or a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. You can contact me there and we can do some further work. But otherwise, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Pile 1, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful pink tourmaline. It's interesting because it's like kind of in other kind of bits of rock. I think this is mica. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it's like tourmaline pieces. It's often found like this when it's in like its kind of non-jewel form, like when it's made for jewelry, they're like clearer and they're just solid pieces, but these kind of come together. Can you see? So I'm thinking that people feel that you are an integral part of their circle. They feel that you are an integral part of the framework of what they see around them. So the people who are seeing you, or the people who are coming to see you, they see you as someone who is significant. You're noticed. And you're noticed as something, maybe, because it's tourmaline, I've got a feeling that they either may be attracted to you sexually or intrigued by you, or that, you know, there's a warm, fuzzy, pleasant feeling. It's connected with the heart chakra. So I feel like, yeah, they like what they see when they see you. So new people like what they see when they see you. They may either fancy you, or they may be intrigued to know more about you. They get a good feeling about you. And also they see you as, you know, in the network. They see you as part of it. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Okay, let's see what this card says. And it says child, nature. So we've got light attributes, our friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits, shadow attribute, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. And it is reversed. Okay, so that means that the shadow aspect is highlighted here. Okay, this is interesting. So how others see you. And then we've got 6th house, sustainability. You got 2 animal cards, so I'm going to do one now and do one later. We have owl, which is wisdom. And then I want to pull, yeah, this one. The hunter. Wow. Okay. Right. So how do others view you, pile 1? I think people view you as no nonsense. They see you as someone who may be quite old-fashioned in their ideas. So what's really interesting is that people who may not be aware of their environment, they just kind of like do things as they do. Like I see that a lot with like people that are around me. They don't, they're kind of like in a particular mindset of what they're doing. And obviously there's like the generalized recycling and stuff like that, but they're not really making like super conscious choices about what they're doing to kind of consider the environment around them. What I mean by that is like, if you really wanted to go over the top, you could like, or go to the extreme, not over the top, but to the extreme, it would be like eliminating all plastics. You know, I know people like that. I don't do that. I'm just saying that this is an example. Eliminating all plastics, making sure that, you know, you're aware of what kind of stuff that you're using, you know, reusing packaging, you know, buying sustainably, really integrating sustainable practice into your lifestyle. And what's really interesting is that maybe there's two things. Maybe people see that you are like that, so it might make them feel like they are not being sustainable. So I think how others see you, you bring out the fact that they are not taking care of their environment. So what I'm thinking actually now, I changed tack actually. I'm thinking what makes more sense with the 6th house upright. If it was reversed, then I would say, yeah, it would be more you are exhibiting this shadow state. But actually, you seem to trigger in people their lack of consideration for the environment and consideration for what's going on out around them. Now, this could be as simple as you being someone that goes around the park and picks up rubbish, you know? You could be doing charitable stuff. You could be doing bits and pieces like that, and that triggers people to look at how they treat animals, how they treat people, and how they treat the environment. Because everything else is upright. Like, you've got the owl wisdom, you've got sustainability here as well, upright, and everything is aligned, like, completely. So I think you may be some kind of person, like, even if you're not, like, they may see you, what people see you as is a standing person of the community. Somebody who really is an important part of the community and serves people very well, because you have 6th house upright. So that's about how we serve other people, how we are of service to other people. The hunter is interesting because it means that, to me, that you get what you want. You get what you want and you're not messy about it. And the thing is that, like, you've got owl as well, which is a bird of prey. People think, oh yeah, owl is really cute and everything. But actually, you know, owls can see in the dark and they can fly really silently. So they not only get what they want, they've been through a lot of experiences. You know, I'm getting someone who might have done like expeditions, really long kind of treks and stuff like that, or does like marathons and stuff like that, but also serves the community, does some kind of like stuff for people, may also be in quite a high like level job as well. There's just like this impression. This is the impression that you give other people. This is what they are thinking about you. They're thinking, oh, this is what pile 1 looks like. This is what other people see when they look at you. They see someone who is really conscious of their external world and will also call up on other people if they don't deal with their stuff, if they don't work with their stuff. We've got friendships with animals, communicate. Yeah, so you may even work with animals as well. Wow. Okay, so we've got the Hermit, the Page of Swords, Strength reversed, the 10 of Swords. And then we also have the Empress reversed. Okay. Okay, pile one, I think you trigger quite a lot of stuff in some people, but it's, you know, it's quite authoritarian. I mean, like, these people, nobody will mess with you, I don't think, because it seems like you're a withstanding member of the community, or somebody who like you're either a teacher who does a lot of work with the parents, or you either, you know, you're just quite involved with other people, it seems like. But you really do keep yourself to yourself. You may be single, and you're very passionate about what you do. And there's almost like this kind of weakness that they see, that maybe you're ruled by that passion. I feel like people are quite triggered by you. They're intimidated and they're triggered by you. Intimidated to a sense of where, like, it's a bit silly. They see you as a beautiful maternal figure that is somebody that they would go to in times of need. And also somebody who will listen to them as well, you know? These are the two sides of the coin. So you've got people that like will be triggered by you, but then you've got others that will come to you for help. And almost like, I don't know, you may have a weakness for people who are like inducing their own kind of senses of drama. So you might want to help people who are going through that, but really they're kind of a victim of their own circumstance. And it may be that they had issues with their own mothers as well, or the maternal figure. So they're looking for that within you. But you really help people. Like, that's what I'm thinking. You might even do work with like women in like either like refuges or something like that. Because there's 10 of Swords here. Now, I wouldn't take that lightly. Like, I think 10 of Swords is to do with, like, maybe sometimes you just take on a little bit too much than you should. Like, the drama, sometimes you're a bit susceptible to drama. But I also get that you know, you will help people who think that they're in the drama as well. So it works both ways. Really interesting. Really interesting. How do others see you? How do others see you? How many have we got here? Yeah. Page of Wands. Okay. You may be an introvert anyway. Or people see you as an introvert. 3 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. You thrive on working together with people and being able to connect with people and being able to come to a sustainable solution for all. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely people who are in need, they come to you. They really do. 8 of Cups, reversed, 10 of... Yeah, I think, you know, coming back to this idea of, like, people who are in, you know, refuges and things like that, it's almost like people who keep on going back to the same situation, you know? Sometimes that might be a little bit of a detriment, you know, kind of keep on getting themselves in the same situation as opposed to, like, really working through it and helping themselves to get out of it. Or maybe they can't get out of it, you know? I'm a little bit, because it's the 10, that's drama to me. That's an unnecessary thing. 8 of Cups is reversed, means that you're not going back to, like, you're held on onto the emotional kind of attachment of a situation. So this would say to me that sometimes people, there may be a tendency that people might cling on to you as well, and they might not, they might try and take more than they, you know. I just feel like there's a little bit of, like, you know, you give a lot and you've got your own things that are going on, and then the people want to kind of, they see you as this maternal figure that they haven't had, and they want that, and they want that wisdom, and they want that kind of they want that mentorship, but sometimes it's a little bit weakening and toxic. But it's also good because it's also part of the work that you would do, or I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. There's a bit of a double-edged sword here. Six of Pentacles, yeah, absolutely. There's an imbalance, and the imbalance is not being addressed because the Empress is reversed and the Six of Pentacles is reversed, which is meaning that there is an imbalance. So I don't know, right? Okay, and please only take what resonates, discard the rest. Okay, but it could be that you're in a situation where you're quite in an authoritative position. You come across in this way. People come to you in a certain respect where they want to seek advice from you. They see you as someone who's strong, but there may be a tendency to put you a bit up on a pedestal when it's not really that necessary. It's actually much better to meet you, you know, on the same level, not like kind of on a different level. And that's because of their own insecurities. I think you welcome this because this is something that because you've got the Three of Pentacles and you're quite passionate about that. You want to do everything you can to help people. But sometimes it can, it can feed into this dynamic, which I think is just to be cautious of. Nothing too major, just to say this is like how others see you. So just to be aware. Okay, let's have a look at the other cards. Authenticity. So I think it's important for you to be really strong in your authentic self. We've got 4 + 4, which is 8, 44. And we've got another 8 here. So 8 is justice. Strength. And we have strength here. Then we also have 1 + 3, which is death. But we also have the Emperor. So you've got some really strong archetypes here. You really do embody these strong archetypes to people. I think people really look up to you, Part 1. They really look up to you. So that's power, you know. Which one do I want to go next? Wow, we've got 2, the Machine, detached, numb, and focused, and it's reversed. So I think that there may be a tendency to kind of go the other way to make sure that you're not like that, even though you may want to be. There may be a bit of that going on. I'm just wondering, why is it reversed? Okay, I think maybe even some of you are like counselors or something like that, you know, or maybe even therapists, or maybe you're healers. But it's almost like you can see the ins and outs of a situation, and you want to be quite detached with it, but there may be this inability to be detached from it because you want people to see that you're working with them. You don't want them to feel like you're being cold and detached. And it's interesting because 6th house, the ruler is Virgo. Virgo is probably the most, is quite detached. Like they're quite discriminatory, they're detached, they're quite like logical. And we've got this sense of logic that goes in with the Machine. If you were to think of like any star sign, for me, in my opinion, okay, that would be like a machine. Or like a computer, it would be Virgos. So, because they need things to be they need things to be a certain way in order to like compute it, in order to understand it. It has to be logical. It has to be working in a logical way in order for them to like really get it. They are flexible, just like computers are, because they can do whatever you want when you type in whatever you want to into the computer. You can program into it whatever you want. but it has to be that thing. Otherwise, it won't do the thing you want it to do. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's that sense here. And I think what happens is that you try to go against that in order to address like the response from people around you. Or people expect you to do that, even though you are like that. And it's almost like, you know, you expecting a computer to be not even human, but you're expecting a computer not to work like a computer. Because even though we've got AIs don't work like humans, even though we're trying to do that. So anyway, that's another thing. But yeah, I hope that made some sense. Okay. Wow, and we've got chameleon adaptability. Interesting how I just mentioned that whole thing about you know, a computer can be blank and you can type whatever you want into there and then it ends up doing what you want. So I think you may have like strong mutable signs in your chart, pile 1, that cause you to kind of be able to adapt to situations, which is why probably people see you as really open. But I think, you know, there's this striving towards authenticity, which is going to really help you to kind of, you know, be really prominent in this space. Because I mean, well, what I got from when I first looked at this stone was people pleasing. So there may be a bit of that going on. And I also watched another thing as well today. It was like, why I stopped being nice to be kind. So what that means is like the idea of you stopping being nice just for the sake of it and actually being kind and working within your constraints and your boundaries. So yeah, particularly if people are like being triggered by you, you know, there may be like these things where you're thinking, oh my God, I don't want people to be triggered by that. But you're doing really good work and you're doing what you're doing. So there's no need to be compromising. But I think you may have like quite a strong Libra in your chart as well. Libra is cardinal though. So, I mean, yeah. So, see how it is. Like, I mean, in terms of gauging a situation, you may be really strong and I think you trigger people because of your strength and your ability to serve. I think yeah, I just think that you trigger people. I really do. Either a good way or a bad way. It doesn't mean that it's a negative way, or just a negative way when I say the word trigger. It's just that you evoke something strong within people, and it either causes them to come towards you or like away from you, and it's almost like a magnet. So they either come to you like quite much of a muchness, like really trying to like want to be you or be like you, and then there's the other side which are kind of like, you know, they kind of like get triggered and then they may react a certain way. I don't really get that too much. I get more of the thing of you trying to like please people a bit. So just stay within the authenticity because you're amazing, you know. Wow, the self. And it was reversed. I mean, this was reversed as well, adaptability. So the only way I'm going to say that with, or see that with like the self being reversed, I'll pop that there because I don't think I've got any room here. I do have room actually. I do. I just moved them all the way across. What I'm thinking is that, you know, there's just a sacrifice of self, which kind of comes to the initial feeling that I had with the sense of self that is not, you know, like the self kind of gets put on the back burner, you know, this people pleasing kind of thing. As I said, people don't see you as a people pleaser. Some might, but what I think happens is that you are seen as a strong, independent person who serves the community, who's strong and is prominent and gets what they want, is authentic to who they are, but is, you know, almost like is a servant of the people as opposed to actually having something of themselves. I think that's the best way to put it. And it is the way I think I would see it. And this is the problem of people, because then they take advantage of that, don't they? They think, oh yeah, like, you know, this person is for me, and then they don't really consider the person. So, yeah. I hope that made sense, Pile 1. If it did, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. I'd really like you to let me know what you think. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, and well, as I said, if you liked it, please do all the great stuff. Subscribe as well, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. But otherwise, take care, my darlings, and remember, honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 2, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Ulexite, which says to me that people may think, okay, two things. They either think that they can see through you, or they either think that you are very upfront and clear with them. You are someone that, I don't know if you can see that, but can you see it? Just like this stone allows you to see completely clear through here. That's why it's called the TV stone. So I think people, okay, they may think that you are somebody who gives them clarity in a situation and helps them to be quite, you know, to understand the situation, basically. Or they might think that you wear your heart on your sleeve and that you are someone who basically can be seen, that's everything that you have to offer, or they can either come to you for help in a situation where they need that clarity. So let's just pop this little guy here and let's see what the card is. Healer. Well, there you go. Healer, light attributes, passion to serve others by repairing body, mind and spirit. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. Ability to help transform pain into healing. And then we've got shadow attributes, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. It's the right way up. So I think that they absolutely see you as a healer, and they see you as somebody that, you know, you may be some kind of therapist, you may be actively working in this area. And I think that you know, with this kind of like light green as well, I feel that there is this sense of heart energy and also throat energy. So you're very good at being able to, I would say that you're pretty good at being detached. It's interesting, Pile 1, they needed to be a bit more detached, but Pile 2, I feel like you actually are really good at being detached from the people that you're healing. You're an adept at this. You're very good at what you do, and people, they come to you because of what you do. They come to you because of the way that you do it. Okay, let's have a look at your astrology. Okay, we've got solar flare and activate reversed. We have snake, transmutation of emotions. I love that. God, this deck is amazing. This is the familiar spirit oracle. And then we've got the astronomer here. Wow. So you are definitely a visionary for people. Yeah, people see you as a visionary. They see you as someone who is looking at the bright side, not looking at the bright side, looking and interpreting energy in a really kind of structured way, and also realistic way. So you may do Reiki or something like that. I'm seeing that specifically because of these hands and whatnot. But I think you may even be quite well known within your community for what you do, or you may have been working for a while, I think. Okay, so let's see. What do other people think of you? How do others view you? Okay, so we've got the 7 of Swords. We've got the 6 of Cups reversed. We've got the Queen of Wands upright. We've got the 6 of Swords reversed. And we've got the 8 of Cups reversed. Interesting. So, you may have a tendency to highlight where people are not being honest with themselves. They have, with your healing work, you may be that type of person where they know they can't get away with certain things. They may try to, but this is because of like past trauma that they've been through. That's one side. It could also be that people do try to take advantage of you because they may have seen that you have come from a past where you were taken advantage of, but you can see straight through this. And you encourage them to look at themselves. Wow. That's really intense. Not even intense. It's just like you've got the 2 cards that would signify that you're not walking, like you can't leave this situation. And then you've got this one, which is like kind of bad experiences when you were young, or negative experiences when you were young. And then you've also got this, which is being dishonest. So what I'm seeing is that when people interact with you, they see where they are being, I think, yeah, the first thing, what I said, they see where they are being dishonest with themselves, and they realize that while being around you, you do it in such a beautiful way that they have no choice but to confront themselves. They can't walk away from it. It's almost like that they have to face their stuff. I don't think you do this consciously, and it's interesting how it's 1 + 7. 17 is also the star. But then 1 + 7 is 8. 8 is also reversed. We've got 8 reversed here. So, and 8 is that number that's kind of like in between the 7 and 9, which is that number of it should be the number of stability. But when it's reversed, there's kind of something else. So I don't know. I feel like you don't do this, obviously. You don't mean to do this, but I think people really, and they try to hide it, but yeah, you cause people to see the truth of themselves through your integrity. It's interesting because it's similar to Pile 1, because it's almost like I'm talking about how other people view you. So it would be how other people get triggered by you, what they see when they look at you, you know, that kind of thing. And whereas like with Pile 1, it was like a maternal figure and somebody that they felt that they could just like kind of offload on. With you guys, it feels like if they're going to come to you, it's almost like a hard doctor. So they're going to come and they're going to be face to face with their dishonesty, and they're going to have no choice but to like transmute it and work with it and do something with it. Because you're not going to let that go, and they know that. You may not do it obviously, because like solar flare being reversed with activate says to me that it's not an obvious thing. but it does still affect stuff. It's almost like when we hear about solar flare, but we don't, and we know that it's gone on, but we haven't seen it, but yet it's had you're like, oh, and when you hear about the things that come with the solar flare, like an outburst of energy, that's why this happened. You know, you kind of put two and two together. So that's really interesting. Really interesting. Wow, pile two. Love that. And I think because you've done so much of your own work, you know, this is why people won't trouble you. Seven of Pentacles. Wow. Seven of Swords clarified by the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you provoke, like, you see where they are trying to like run away from themselves. That's what I got initially with that Seven of Swords. But then the Seven of Pentacles reversed like confirms that. It's almost like, oh, sorry, I'm thinking the Seven of Wands, sorry. But the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like an overhaul of their whole kind of way of thinking. But not in a dramatic way, which is interesting, because that's what I was saying about the solar flare. It's not that it's like Tower or anything like that. It's actually like, there's some things that are wrong here, and I think I need to sort them out now. Six of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Cups reversed. I think that you deal with people in the past, or that people around you, or the people that are seeing you, they see where people have been out of order to them, and that they haven't really been that kind to them. Because you're so wholesome, you're so kind of in your power with this Queen of Wands. You just exude this sense of like real light, and it kind of triggers in people like where they haven't seen it before in themselves or in their past. Let me keep going. The Hermit reversed. The Queen of Pentacles. And Justice reversed. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that you are someone that is able to get people to confront the things that they're not being honest with themselves about, and how it stems from a sense of real trauma, basically. You encourage people to find the home within themselves and be able to parent themselves efficiently, be able to create some sense of stability within themselves. You encourage them to go back into a place. Now, they may not even be conscious of this, okay? Because, you know, my readings are not really that superficial in that respect. It's like, oh, they think that you're really nice. You know, no. They are, you know, it may even bring into question where they, like, this is what I'm saying, like, maybe they have not been very, I'm sorry, my words are not very clear, but this is because it's quite hidden. They may not have been knowing what they are not being honest about, but it's almost like you bring it up to the surface. You encourage them to come out of hiding. You encourage integration. because that's what you've done. You've integrated your stuff. You've done your work, and you may have come from a very difficult background, but you've done the work where it helps people to realize that they can do it too, but they may not have even realized that they needed to do it. Does that make any sense? That's really intense. Let's have a look at this one. Wow, the elemental. Rebirth, renew, ritual. See? You encourage people to grow again. And 26, number 8. Wow. And then we've got letting go. Wow. Wow. And that's very Indian. I think that's an Indian kind of look there. So I think there may be some kind of, and it's number 10, 1, 9, 19. 19 is the moon. No, it's not. It's the sun. So there's a want for you, like it's okay. There also may be that, what I just said as well about people who approach you, but there also may be people that can't let go of the past and they can't deal with that. So you help them to do that. In fact, I think that that's probably more relevant. The first bit, yeah, to a certain extent, but that is, I think, more relevant. Because people may not be able, people may be trapped in their past. That's what it is. People are trapped in their past kind of habits and patterns. They may not know about it, but they are trapped in that. And then what you do is you help them see beyond that. You help them to move beyond that. And they might not know. They might have thought that they have let it go. They might have thought that they have gotten over it. I love that. When clients come to me and they're thinking, oh yeah, or like other practitioners, they're thinking, oh yeah, I've done that work. I'm telling you, it never is that easy. Ever. You know? You may have gotten over one aspect of it, but then there's always another bit. Always. In my humble opinion, of course, take what resonates, discard the rest. Let's see your last card. Wow, purification in its reverse. Can you see that? And on the top that says Transit Umbra Lux Permanent. So it means move through darkness into light. And it's reversed. So what I'm getting from that is that there is some kind of alchemization that people come to you for. They see you as someone who can transform that for them. Either triggers that in them or triggers the movement for them to make that movement, or you help them with that. I mean, you could also look at it at the way that people might think that you are someone that doesn't let go, but I don't think that's true. I just got a whiff of that, but I don't think so, because healers are upright. If it was if it was reversed, I would have thought that. But you've got elemental upright. You've also got healer upright. I think this is what people like when they see you. They see their own stuff, which, I mean, that's normal, right? We know that happens when people are triggered. It's usually because of an element within themselves. But it's very different. Like Pile 1 was interesting because it was a bit codependent in that respect. But whereas like here, it's more of you just functioning as a healer. I'm trying to think. Anything else here that I need to tell you of what others think of you? They think very highly of you, Pile 2. They think very highly of you. But you're more of a challenge. And they are willing to challenge you on that. Whereas like Pile 1, not so much. They wanted to enter something codependently and be mentored. Here you will mentor them, and I think they will, but they're inspired by you more so. We don't have really major arcana in the respect of the Empress and the Queen and the Empress and the Emperor. We've only got the Queen of Wands here. So it's almost like that they see you as someone that, like, they see what you're doing is something that they could do. So it's almost like you're providing an example for them, if that makes sense, pile 2. You're like an example of what they could become. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. That was an interesting reading. If you like that reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Please do press the bell icon if you do want to subscribe. And do check out my other readings. I've got loads of other picker cards that are mostly timeless. I've created a playlist for you to like select timeless picker cards. But otherwise, my darlings, have a beautiful, beautiful day, evening, morning, night, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And do remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 3. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So, you chose this gorgeous Menalite stone, which is very shamanic, this stone. Oh my god, it looks like there's some kind of like blue on it, but anyway. There's something very encapsulating, very nurturing, very soothing. So people might see you as somebody who soothes their soul. There's a very soothing energy to you. Very sweet, fluffy nature. It's like they want to just go, ooh, like that a bit with you. They might want to like squeeze you. Yeah. A little bit cuddly. I don't know. And that's nothing to do with like shape of body or anything like that. There's something that they want to do, that they just want to, they want to maybe grab you, squeeze you, cuddle you. Yeah. Wow. Warrior. So we've got light attributes: skill, strength, discipline, toughness of will, heroicism, stoicism, self-sacrifice in conquering the ego, and then shadow attributes: trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. And it's reversed, so I will be looking at the shadow aspect first. That'll be what's coming up. Let's have a look at your other cards. So we've got debilitated, which is discomfort, but it's reversed. Tiger, personal power. And we have the thief. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I think that how others are viewing you is someone that is assertive and knows themselves, but there may not be like 100% kind of self-awareness in that space. Look at that. Okay. Don't know if that's just a printing error, that it's like, it's just there instead of, it's just slightly off. That's really interesting as well. I've never noticed that, and I've had these cards for a while. So what I'm getting from that is that, yeah, I think people may not be entirely sure about you. They may not be entirely sure about what's happening. They can see that you've been through something. They can see that you know, you seem to have this kind of persona where you have a story to tell, but they're not 100% sure about what it's about. They're not entirely sure. And what I'm getting is that you may be coming across as someone who's really accommodating, really like, you know that saying when something is too good to be true? It probably is. I think that's what I'm getting. Because that debilitated discomfort, you know, kind of thing, it kind of errs on the side of complete discomfort. If I was thinking comfort, I would think like home, you know, feeling stable, feeling secure, and then a different card would come up. But it's debilitated discomfort and it's reversed. So it's almost like I think you make people feel uneasy to a certain extent. And I don't know if that's because your kindness, like maybe it maybe intimidates them. Yeah, because I get that. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Like, I think there's this kind of like sense of distrust that's going on. But I think that's their own business. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just like what they're thinking. Let me take out some more cards. Because I'm not sure about this. Quite literally, see? Like, even I'm not sure. Okay, I'm just going to go with this, right? And as I said, if this doesn't resonate with you, then, you know, switch off, maybe pick another reading, pick another part, I don't know. But because this warrior is the reversed, it says to me that like it's slightly like a pirate, you know, like somebody who enjoys the good things in life, who enjoys the amazing things in life. Yeah, that actually resonates with Tiger. Who enjoys the good things in life, but would do it at any cost, you know? So, and I've got friends like, I know people like this, you know, and they're very good people. But they almost, like I have a friend of mine who is clearly eating and drinking a lot. But he is an amazing guy. But obviously there are just some things that he's dealing with. And I think that might be what it is. Like, he's like, you may be dealing with some things to kind of like mask your discomfort, but there is a lot of power here. That means, and when I say like a pirate, I mean somebody who would like do things maybe to themselves, or inadvertently to others. I don't know outright yet. We're going to find out in a minute. But, you know, is kind of, you know, it's like that person that is eating a lot of sugar or drinking a lot, and they're living a good life. You know, they're living a high life. They maybe got a lot of money and stuff like that. And you know that their lifestyle isn't that good for them, but it's what they're doing, you know, in order to feel comfortable with themselves. That's what I'm getting. And they kind of don't think about the consequences of their actions. Because, okay, let's have a look again. I'm going to look at this again. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. I don't know if I would like go as far as that, but I mean, thief does kind of say that. This is how people see you. I'm not saying that this is who you are. I'm just saying that this is the This is the impression that people get. And remember, people are judging all the time. And I think, and as I said at the beginning, I think it might be because it's a threat to them. They might be scared. They might be scared that you have such a strong sense of personal power that they're thinking that, you know, that they're judging you on that front. Let's have a look at this. 3 of Wands reversed. King of Cups reversed. Oh my God. Well, that kind of matches with the drink. With my friend who does that. 10 of Cups upright. The Hierophant reversed. And the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Okay, I'm saying this with love. Pile 3. They may see you as someone who indulges in the good things in life to a detriment without consequence. That's what I'm seeing here. Just going to say it up straight. Because the King of... And it's so funny because this actually really describes my friend. And I know he doesn't watch these tarot readings, so it's fine. Yeah, it's almost like people may be able to see about like how certain there's coping mechanisms in play here. But the thing is that you are very successful in what you're doing. You're very successful. You've got really, you know, what would be deemed as good life. And you're doing really well because you've got this personal power here and you've got this 10 and you're doing it in a completely different way. I know a lot of people I used to know a lot of people in the arts industry that were like that. Like a lot of directors, particularly like art directors and stuff like that. They would be like doing so well financially and have this incredible life, but they would be doing like tons of drugs on the side, or they'd be going out drinking, you know, just the lifestyle was intense. And you just know that it was like some kind of mask. You know that it was to do with something. I mean, looking back, I don't know, me looking back in what I do now, not then. I had no idea then. But the thief is also taking advantage of situations of other people, which matches with the shadow attributes there. So people see you as somebody who's like a go-getter that really doesn't give a fuck about really anybody else but themselves, really. It's not really that selfish. Like you may be the kind of person that does lots of things socially, but maybe is a bit kind of erratic with their emotions. There is no commitment here, so they don't really see you as someone committed, but they do see you as unstable. There is a sense of like, I do get that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do, if there is an issue with like alcohol or anything like that, they may, or maybe you do that often. Maybe you're somebody who does do that, who does go out, and you know, you may think you're fine. But this is how people perceive you, not and how others see you, not how you are. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I might have to put a trigger warning on this. But others see you as really powerful. They see you as somebody who is able to ride through their discomfort using this. They almost see like you cheat your way out of it. They almost see that you kind of don't care and you just like kind of like live your life. As I said, like there's some really, I find a lot of people like that in the city, in London. Like they're so cool. They're cooler than school. Do you know what I mean? They're really, really cool people. But they're using some interesting coping mechanisms to get by. Do you know what I mean? But they're earning dollar. They're earning bare monies. And they're doing what they have to do. And they're doing it in a really unconventional way. But the lifestyle is something else. And it's not really something that's as... like it doesn't seem to be grounded. Seems to be a little bit all over like it doesn't seem to really amount to too much. Like they're doing a lot of powerful work, a lot of good stuff, maybe earning a lot of money. But yeah, it seems like, you know, is not really stable. With these two cards here, and actually these three cards here, there's big instability. So, wow. Let's have a look more deep into this. I'm sorry, Pile 3. I'm really sorry. This is how people see you. This is how others see you. And I'm not going to lie, right, Pile 3. I used to go out with a lot of men like this. This is a very, I know this sounds weird, but it's very attractive. It's exceptionally attractive. Like, yeah. I can actually feel it. I can actually remember like the types of personalities that I'd come across, and it would be so, like, it's almost like glamorous in a way. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, I think it's the power. Yeah, it's the power. And this is kind of like cheeky chappiness. It's kind of the ability to kind of like weave in and out of situations, getting by like so well and doing things in such an unconventional way. It's very attractive. I find that very attractive anyway. To my detriment. Look, King of Cups. And we've got King of Cups upright. Wow, okay. This is interesting. Six of Swords. The Emperor reversed. Oh, wow. The Devil reversed. Oh, my Lord. This is amazing. And Death reversed. Wow. Pile 3. You never cease to amaze me. Okay, so what I see here is you actually have a really good kind of attitude about plans that don't work out, things that haven't worked out. You know, you're kind of really easygoing with it in a way. You manage it really well. Not easygoing, but you manage it very well. And you manage your emotions with that, you know, with it's almost like material things that happen. So say things that happen in your life, you're able to like really be resilient and work through that. And people see that. People see that you can do that. They see that you can work through the discomfort and like, you know, these shadow attributes that people may view you as. King of Cups reversed with the Six of Swords. I think you might be working through some stuff. I think you're probably working through this aspect of it, and people are seeing that you're doing that. They're seeing that you're working through these kind of like aspects where you've been maybe ruled by your emotions and not been able to control them. The Emperor reversed is almost creating a sense of stability, which is clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, is a stability from where you've never had it before. So you're building, and I feel like this is an entrepreneur, somebody who's building something from a space where they haven't had it before. Because this is confirmed with the Devil reversed and the Hierophant reversed. Like, you may have, like, there may be, like, some addiction. This actually, it might be that you had that kind of past previously, and now you're learning from it. Now you're moving through it. There is something that's not over in terms of like like still stuff that needs to be worked through, but that's only slightly triggered through by random stuff. So this kind of example I gave you of some kind of entrepreneur or someone that has that kind of like swings one way but is brilliant, you know, like the people who are brilliant but then they've got like these kind of like dark shadow aspects. I think you're actually working through them, and I think that's what people can see about you. They see like the discomfort of your past, but they actually, this is crowning it, this tiger. And you got warrior for a reason. So it's almost showing that you have been able to like work through the crap that life has given you and, you know, transform it. You're in the process of, they haven't seen you completely transform it yet, and neither have you transformed it completely yet. But you're doing a damn good job. Stellar job. Stellar. There also may be an aspect of your personality where you do control things. You may use the good things in your life to control other people. That's a shadow attribute where people may think that of you. Yeah? Not to say that that's the truth. I'm just saying that this is what people think of you. So let's have a little look at your other cards. Okay, so we've got life review. We've got struggle, we've got the trial, struggle, despair, and exhaustion, and it's reversed. So I'll put that there. And I'm just gonna, I'll do the last card in a minute. So with the struggle, despair, and exhaustion, and the trial reversed, it's number 9. We've got number 5, and then we've got number 9 again. So you are definitely transcendent. You, as I said, you haven't done it yet, but you are most certainly on the path to establishing something, to changing this. I think people are seeing that. They may have seen that you were some kind of personality that was acting in a certain way, and you may come across that way first time to people that don't really know you, but then when people get to know you, they start to see you develop into this, like, not that they see you develop, they see that you are this person who has had to go through so much to get where they are. But on the first time, you know, I don't know if you've ever had, I've met so many people like them where you know, where you meet them and you think, oh my God, you're so full of yourself and you're so arrogant, and you know, you're just, oh God, like, look at you kind of thing. You think you're all that. And then when you get to know them, you realize that they've been through so much. You realize that they've had to fight for who they are, and they've had to get through so much. It's so interesting we've got these two faces like that, right? And look at that, like, yeah, like you've really had to go through a lot, where you've had to like survive in a way. And people don't see that. They just see the outside. You know, like that crime that we're all guilty of, you know, assuming people's lives before we really look at what it is. You know, judging people by their cover and not what's inside. That's what this is. People judge you. They judge you. And I think it's because of stuff that you've done, right? Not to let you completely off the hook, but I think, you know, there's a process. You're going through a transformation. You're working towards your own sense of stability. Oh, that's powerful. I love that. Oh, wow. And then we've got here sacred space ruled. Oh, okay. There we go. Sacred space ruled by Venus. So I think it's really important for you to like gain some sort of sacred space for yourself. I think, you know, what that would say to me is that I think that maybe secretly you are an introvert when you express yourself as an extrovert. That may be the case. Maybe. I don't know. That's something that just came to me. But yeah, because that's what strikes me about those types of personalities. They usually need a lot of love, and they need caring. And we've got number 3 here as well. So you know, it's that mothering, that maternal, beautiful energy that helps you to feel really truthful with yourself. I wonder if you find it difficult to meditate, pile 3. You find it difficult to be with yourself. You may not. You may find it really easy. But I don't know. Like, honor yourself, pile 3, because you're amazing. You're amazing. And I think you probably think that you know that you are amazing. But, you know, I think no need to be so guarded. Is it a bit like, say, Han Solo or the Mandalorians? I don't know why I came up with the Star Wars like thing, but you know, like Mandalorian, like they kind of think because it's a bounty hunter, they're quite bad. But actually, you know, it's a very, it's like a flawed hero, you know. I'm getting here. The anti-hero, a bit. So that's what people think, or they view you as. Pile 3. I'm going to leave your reading there because it's quite epic. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. I've got a whole list of pick a card readings that are timeless, so please do go and check them out if you like this one. But otherwise, my darlings, thank you so much. Please do only take what resonates. I'm just reading what the cards tell me. Don't come for me. And it's a general reading as well. But anyway, sending you lots of love. Let me know what you think. Speak to you soon. Take care. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 4, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful rainbow citrine, which I don't know if you know, but citrine has a tendency to be like faked, and to get genuine citrine is quite difficult. Genuine citrine is quite a bit darker than normal citrine, almost like a smoky quartz kind of vibe, but you can see that it's a little bit more yellow than the kind of brown of smoky quartz. And this actually, I don't know if you can see it, I just saw it flash. You might be able to see it, you might not. There is a rainbow somewhere in here, which is why it's called rainbow citrine. And it's quite rare. So what I'm getting from here is that people may see you as someone quite special. They may see you as someone who might be quite common, but actually, or like, you know, like you seem to be like other people, but actually you're something very special indeed. There's also like this kind of like prosperous energy around you. Citrine is known to be the stone of prosperity, and to bring good luck. And it's very good for, you know, bringing an abundance. So they may see you as that, pile 4. So yeah, you're like kind of a special, somebody special. They think that you're somebody. I don't know if they'd say that like you're somebody to know. You know, like how like, oh yeah, I've got to get to know that person because they're important kind of thing. I don't think so. I think it's more that they think that you're really, they see that you're special. Okay, so let's have a little look at your card. And we've got Messiah. Light attribute, serving humanity with humility. It was reversed. So the shadow attribute is exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Wow. Okay. Well, that kind of attributes to, like, matches what I was saying before. Bear me 1 second, my loves. So, I mean, like what I said before about what I was kind of thinking that they don't see you as, it's kind of said that they do see you as here. I don't know. Yeah, let's have a look at your other cards before I say anything else, because I don't know. And I don't want to make any assumptions. Okay, so we've got 9th house exploration and it's reversed. Interesting how we have this kind of like, we've got this gold color kind of resonating throughout the reading. And we've got unicorn as well, and it says otherworldly power, but it is reversed. Wow, so these are all reversed. Okay. And the pilgrim. Okay. So, I mean, pile 4, you might be somebody that people think is some kind of spiritual messiah. They may see you as somebody who is really, I would go as far to say that they place too much, like, so I think it was pile 1. I think it was pile 1. Yeah. So almost that, but whereas like with pile 1 it was an actual person within the community, whereas with you I think it's almost like you're a guru, that they place so much, that people immediately can take to putting their faith into you. They see you as someone that they can probably trust immediately. Not to say that you're not trustworthy, just saying that that's what people see you as. They see you as somebody who will show them the way, quite literally. And it may be because you actually seem more personable than most. You seem more down to earth than most people. 9th house, interestingly, is Sagittarius. So we've got that kind of sense of someone who is upfront and honest, but actually, and you're showing the way. But then that's kind of opposite a bit to 9th house, because I don't know, I'm just getting the sense that there's something of you not, like, they follow rather than actually lead their own way, you know? People may copy you. And yeah, it may be seen as something that is like they want to be like you. They want to walk the path that you have. They want to do what you do. That's so interesting. Okay, I'm gonna start with the tarot, because I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the 4 reversed. We've got the 10 of Swords. Let me just move these guys up. Right, there we go. Wow, so I can definitely see why they look up to you, pile 4. You are like some kind of being that has walked the path and knows what's going on. You have a flair for the dramatic, and I don't know, you seem to make people want to follow you. I've got the 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, people want to they want to follow you. They want to do what you're doing. Not just do what you're doing, they want to follow you. They want to be around you. They want to they feel good around you. They feel like they are following some kind of purpose when they are around you. And what's really interesting is that you're totally independent of this, which is kind of very Sagittarian. It's also quite Aquarian as well, but yeah. I absolutely think that you're not doing this intentionally. I think that this is something that is just a result of who you are. If this is happening, if this resonates. And people are attracted to your energy because of their own drama, you know. But generally you seem to have people around you that they want to do the work. They want to, like, they're not just blindly following you. They're following you because they believe in you. They think that you're, you know, they're amazing, that you're amazing. Let me just double check this though. Yeah, I mean, maybe you have been like that, but I don't know. I think this, because we're looking at how others see you, right? So I think that you have actually gone on this path of, you know, this is you. You're just doing you, and people just happen to be like, "Wow, this is amazing." I'm following on, following you. I'll tell you who I just thought of. There's a influencer called Lean Beef Patty, who's amazing. And she has just got followers and followers and followers. Millions of followers. But I watched an interview with her, and she said that she actually likes it and prefers it when people don't recognize her. Because people are really quite, like, they're a bit weird with her. So she appreciates the anonymity. And I think that's what is going on here. Like, you've just done you. But then what people are doing is people, like, are just, they're thinking you're amazing and they want to do what you're doing. And the thing is that I researched, like, into her kind of work ethic. And she's always been somebody who likes to go to the gym and likes to do certain things. And then, you know, she decided to, like, do stuff where she's posing in front of the camera and stuff. And she's actually very strong. Like, her technique is so congruent with someone who would be getting that kind of physique with their body and looking that way, because she was a gymnast. You know, she was someone who was dedicated to what she was doing. She loved to just work out and just do things instead of, like, that would be her coping mechanism. So therefore it's worked really well, and she's able to document herself quite well and do good posts on social media that has got her the following that she has. And this is what this feels like. It feels like this is what, and then people are projecting their own kind of stuff through you, or onto you, because I feel like you're just getting on and doing your thing. But people like to idolize you, like properly idolize you. Yeah. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Let's clarify some of this. King of Wands reversed. Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Page of Swords reversed. Okay, we've got a lot of people here, so Eight of Cups reversed. Eight of Cups reversed has come up for quite a few. I think this came up for the last pile as well. There's been a lot of similarities between the piles. So King of Wands reversed here. You kind of show people where they're not taking charge in their life. It almost is like your independence and you just getting on and doing your thing kind of shows others where they're not. So it could, and it's interesting I picked that example of that influencer because she got, like, some really kind of aggressive male energy, obviously because she's like an influencer in the gym and she looks very good and she's very strong. She got, like, male energy that kind of comes across like being quite aggressive towards her in not a very nice way. So that's kind of what I'm getting. So you may get that kind of energy as well. You may provoke that kind of energy with people. But you do provide something to you for the people who are like your fans and really follow you, and really idolize you. You are this queen, like you are this amazing figure that really gives them a sense of home and gives them a sense of stability and structure. You also give hope to people that are just trying their best to keep on coping with stuff, to keep on walking the path, to keep on doing what they're doing. When times are really hard, you really help them to, you give them something to aspire to. 10 of Swords and the Page of Swords. And you give them the opportunity to really look at themselves. I think that's purely reflective in your own experience. Like I think that you may have shown that this is what you do. So you are just doing you're just being who you are, and people are seeing what you're doing and they're really aspiring to you big time. I think you're just massively inspirational to people. But I think like some people go a bit over the top. You may be an influencer. You may be somebody that does a lot on social media, and is successful in social media, and people aspire to you. But I think they put a little bit too much on you, you know. Six of Swords. So, I mean, Six of Swords means that there is like a concerted effort to move away from something that is, that you need to move away from. So you're doing it mentally. Eight of Cups means that emotionally it's not quite happening just yet. So it's almost like you, like these people, it's almost like, right, when somebody breaks up from a relationship or something, and then they feel really low in their sense of self-esteem, and then they decide to have a glow up. So when they go into glow up stage, they start to, maybe they maybe look at influencers or people or coaches or whoever it is, actors, actresses, whoever you want to idolize, whoever you want to like, use as your muse. They look up to those people, and there's a slight, the motivation is there, but really the emotional kind of thing is not as, that's not as, there's still work to be done there. It's a good trajectory, don't get me wrong. It's a good space to be in, like in order to work through, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Because I don't know, like the idea of motivation that is enhanced by these gym influencers and people who are on social media, it only goes so far. You need to have some kind of integrity with it. And that integrity can only be gained by you doing what you need to do without phones, social media, without anybody looking. It's who you are when nobody is looking. That's what really matters. And I think that the people, like, you influence people and attract people to you, or people see you as someone who influences people. Like, they may have a particular image of you that you may think that you're holier than thou, and because other people think that you're holier than thou, but because that, and what I mean by holier than that, I mean that you think that you're great or that you're amazing, but actually you're just doing your own thing, and then other people are just following you. But then their obsessiveness kind of like makes other people think that you're more ego-centered than you actually are. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting, pile 4. Okay. well, I've done this one. So we've got redemption here. Number 9, 9th house. Wow. So redemption. I think, yeah, you know, another thing, and I don't know why I'm like going towards fitness influencers, but the examples are really clear. So there's another fitness influencer who I followed called Chloe Ting, and she's amazing. Like, she puts out all of these amazing workouts. They're all for free, but and she's created like this incredible community of people that really, you know, follow her workouts and do really well with them. But the slander that she gets from other workout influencers saying that what she does is not right, saying that, you know, they've really, and they say that she's, I don't know if they say that she's a scam, but I know that they attack her. And it's really painful for her. And I think that's what's happening. Like, you're doing you, but yeah, but it's not so much that people are just attacking you. It's the people who are influenced by you may be going a bit crazy. So that shows up in an interesting light for you. Like, it shows what people think of you. I may be going so deeply into the shadow of other people that they don't even know what that is. But like, you know, it's just there. It's what I'm reading. And please only take this if this resonates. If it doesn't, it's not your reading. The glacier. Right, okay. Is that inch? Oh, come on, camera. There we go. So I've got withdrawal, fragility, and coldness. The glacier, number 4. I could see how people can see that you're like that. They may feel like you're like that, but you're just doing you. Because a glacier, you see it from afar. Also, you don't see what it's doing. You go up close and the glacier is just like, it doesn't look like it's moving, but it's actually moving. It's a thing of beauty to behold. But it's something that's like away. It's something detached. There is a detached energy going here, but I think just because you've got all these pages and wands and kings and whatnot, like, and queens, I just feel like people put a lot of stuff on you that isn't you. Wow, limbo. And Sagittarius, look. And it's reversed. So what I'm getting from this limbo card is that, and I'll hold it upright so that you can see. What I'm getting from this card is that this is projection in its finest form. I think people are really projecting onto you, pile 4. They're projecting this idea of this Messiah, that you see yourself as this Messiah. And they're either projecting to you in a way that they're idolizing you, or they're projecting into a way that they're even like wishing that they could be you and not liking you for that difference in opinion. There's a bit of that. Yeah. On the flip side, right, you are inspiring a load of people. You are inspiring people so much. But, I mean, you're just doing you. Like, you're not really caring really about what other people think. You're just doing you. And this is how people are seeing this. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird how people think like that. And it's of no fault, but this is just like, this is just the way the world is. If you're putting yourself out there in a certain respect, you're going to have haters and lovers, you know? So this is what's happening. This is how other people are seeing you. And it's because you're doing so well. You're really doing what you're supposed to be doing. They see you as a little bit inaccessible as well. I think this is just the people that, honestly, that don't know you, you know? Similar like to pile 3, like, people have, and this is why this reading is like how other people see you, because these people don't know you. They don't know who you are. They don't know that you are, you know, that you're, you know, that you're doing your thing. And you don't really care, to be honest, I don't think, you know. Who cares what people think anyway? But it is interesting to know, right? Oh my God. I don't know. If you liked this reading, I hope you did. What an interesting reading. It is what it is. Please only take what resonates. It's all for entertainment purposes only, so don't come for me. But if you like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Hold on. What did I want to say anything else about this limbo state? I'll be honest with you, Par 4, right? I think that people who are not okay with being themselves and not okay with being in a transitionary phase of not understanding who they are, you know, same like when I said, like when you've left a relationship and you're in that transitionary phase, or you're like in that hurt phase where you're really trying to ascertain who you are. When they're in the state of limbo where they don't, and they're not comfortable with that state of limbo, they move into a space where they want to idolize someone. Let me just have a look at what this number is. 10. Okay, it's 14. That's like temperance. 14. Again, we've got like 5. So we've got 15. Sorry, 5. No, hold on a minute. Yeah, 5. 11. 13. 9. 5, 11, 13 and 9, which is 4 and 9. Okay, so we've got a bit of a mix match here. 4 stability, but it's like kind of emperor-like almost, but it is temperance. Yeah, there is like that sense of imbalance that's going on here that I feel. But I think this is what you provoke. I don't think this is people's own shadow. This is not like you. But you're amazing. Like you're this, you know, you're just doing you. And you just might have some people that are projecting their stuff, you know. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Part 4. Hope you liked it. Take care. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.